Yo, welcome everyone to Yo, it's the Kicks. Welcome to another edition. We have a dope episode this week. So I'm gonna bring our guests on live shortly. I got my man Rel Carter and I got James Rich, man. So they got a dope event called Burgers and Jays, and we're gonna talk about it. They started in New York and now they relocated to Houston, Texas, man. So it's a really dope event. I actually seen it when I was on social media, man. I thought it was really dope, man. I know I seen a lot of other dope events like sneaker expos and stuff, but I've never seen something like this, man. So I love what they're doing, what they could continue to do to push the culture as well. So if you got any comments, make sure to put it, in the comment box on YouTube, put it in the comment box on Instagram as well, because we are live right now on Instagram. So and we live on YouTube live as well. So thanks to everyone that been supporting Yo's the Kicks. We've been doing it for quite some time, man. And definitely let me know what you all feeling as well for our sneakers. Let me know what you rocking, because this year is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy when it comes to this year, when it comes to a lot of dope Jordans releasing, a lot of dope sneakers overall as well. So let me bring James Rich and Rel Carter on live right now. Yo, what's good? What's good, Rel? What's good, James?
What's good, brothers? Good to see y'all.
Yeah,
What's up with you? What's
like
up with you?
likewise. How's everything been so far, man? How's
Wait.
2026? Go
Before you
ahead.
get in the question, we did not relocate to Houston.
Okay, didn't
That was
relocate.
just
Okay,
it's still New York's the staple.
got
We're
you.
just trying to, move it around now to touch other cities. So it's not a relocation.
Okay, bet. Okay, cool. Appreciate
Other
that.
than
All
that,
right, so
great.
it's
Other than that, great intro.
Good catch
great
there.
intro. All right, appreciate that. Hey, appreciate that, real. So New York still is the home base.
Of
That's dope
course.
right there, man. New York still is the home base, man. So how 2026 been treating y'all so far?
Well, actually, we brought in the new year together.
That's
Had a good
dope.
time, but yeah, I mean, it just started. I feel like I didn't even really get going yet, to be honest. So I'm
Yeah.
still in that like middle area. I feel like after this week, I might feel like that's actually starting
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm still on vacation.
for sure.
That's how I feel though.
Yeah.
Had 2 weeks off, so trying to get back into the swing of things, man.
True
and
that.
and,
True
and we,
that.
we we were talking about this before, but like even this podcast is like kind of
Mhm.
like good to get things rolling
Yeah.
right now, right? We got a bunch of ideas, and I feel like it's a perfect way to start the year.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. I feel like that too. It kind of feels surreal. Like, damn, 2025 is over with. Like, seem like went by quick. We in 2026 already. So
Yeah.
getting acclimated to it, I feel you on that 100%. And definitely thank y'all for coming on the podcast. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So we're gonna definitely kick it off. We're gonna kick it off, right? You two is from New York, and as you all know, right? It's the mecca. It's the mecca of fashion, sneakers, hip hop, right? So discuss that impact growing up and on your experience when it comes to sneakers, when it comes to Jordans, when it comes to fashion. Talk about how that impacted you all growing up, just growing up in the city with all those intersections with hip hop, with fashion.
Right. You want to take it first, Will?
Nah, you got it.
I mean, for me, so I grew up I was born in Brooklyn, but I was raised in Staten Island. So, I grew up in the middle of like the Wu-Tang era. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can think about Ray and Ghost themselves icons, especially even with the
Mhm.
fashion. So we always had our own thing, our own style, but it was
Yeah.
always important, you know what I'm saying? And I think as we all know, it is the culture, you know what I'm saying? Sneakers, the
True.
music, hip hop, it all goes together. So it was everything. But to be honest, for me, my mom, we didn't have a lot of bread, so like I wasn't getting every sneaker. Like it just wasn't really like that for me until
Yeah.
like I was able to buy stuff myself when I got to high school and I got a job.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you want everything you see on TV, everything that Hove and the Wu and Nas is rapping
That's
about.
true.
I mean, that's what you want. So it's everything, and that's why they call it the Mecca. Like a lot, so much stuff has been started here. It's like it's a part of our everyday life, and it's stressful. I'll be honest, it's
Yeah.
stressful to see everybody getting fly, and I mean, you want to get fresh too. You know what I'm saying? So
That's real.
for
Nah,
sure.
yeah, I agree with everything he said. Um, yeah, so for me, it's so crazy though. Like Air Force Ones was my thing growing up. Like I didn't care about
Uptowns,
Jordan. I
uptowns,
didn't.
uptowns.
Oh, whatever the fuck y'all want to call them. Like every single pair that ever came out, not just the all whites, but like everyone that the Mardi Gras, the a bunch of weird shit. I used to have all those, so that was always my thing. Sneakers. Now I don't really care no more. I like Crocs.
Like Crocs.
Yo,
No, it gets like that sometimes, Rel. It does. It really does. Especially as you get older, you look for stuff that's comfortable, right?
Yeah.
It Crocs comfortable.
They
are comfortable.
Hoka's comfortable too. Y'all better stop playing. Next party gonna be Hoka's and burgers.
Hoka's is hilarious. Hilarious.
Hoka's, watch.
But it's crazy you brought up Uptowns though, because that was it, like for real.
Yes.
And back then it was the mids too. The mids was fire when I was young. You know what I'm saying? Now those ain't hot no more. But I mean the Jewel joints, like that was my joint when I was young. The Jewel, Uptowns, all of that. Crazy.
I feel like when it comes to the Forces, Rel and James, like that's the quintessential sneaker right there. You could wear it with anything. You could wear it with a suit. You could wear it when you want to get, business casual. You could wear it when you just want to get fly. Like that's like a perfect silhouette and perfect model. You could throw on so many different colorways. And the crazy thing about it, like growing up, I was a huge fan, still is a huge fan of Dunks, right? And SB Dunks. So I wasn't really huge on Forces, right? My homies was, and my brothers, like I mentioned, we came from Midwest. So up, as you would call it, Uptowns or the Forces, and the mids was really big up north as well. Yeah. So as I got older, really started in 2020, right? When it was in home and stuff like that, I really started getting into Forces a lot. And like that's like my go-to sneaker right now is the Air Force One. So they're like right now, like that's like one of my like favorite sneakers right now, like the Air Force Ones and also the Bo Jacks. I'm a huge fan of Bo Jacks, so Nike Air Trainer Ones, those joints, the SC Trainer Highs. But the Forces, I feel like it's a perfect sneaker. It really is. So that's a sneaker I really always respected.
That's the closest. That's the closest I've ever been to being a drug dealer wearing them sneakers.
You're right. Hey, you're right. It is the drug dealer sneaker. That is true.
First of all,
the hustler.
They got to be a hustler sneaker because you can't wear them that many times before the crease get crazy.
That's true. Before the crease get crazy.
I actually just picked up, like, I forget what they call it. They some like raspberry something patent leather Air Forces recently. So yeah, Air Forces is still fire. Still crazy.
Yeah, it's still fire. I know some people call it like the young folks will say, it's the old person head sneaker now, I'm like, yo, I'll take that. That's
what we are. We the old head now.
Yeah, we old. That's real. Yo, and I just want to talk a little more about, James, you coming from Staten Island, and Rel, you coming from Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken, right? Brooklyn, right? So, so when it comes to Staten Island, it's one of the flyest. I like those superheroes. They're like one of the first cats out rocking wallabies, right? In fashion and I mean, growing up with that and seeing on us, who not from New York or not in New York, looking at like, yo, this is on some superhero type shit. Seeing that, so seeing that and how it's impacted the world, that's some dope. That's really dope to see when you think about it.
Yeah, it's even crazier to realize now. It's like we get a lot of flack. You know what I'm saying? The fifth borough, we not as popular as the borough. So, but it's like it's so, like you said, it's crazy to me because I grew up like right there watching them super videos and things and projects, and they were superheroes. So like you can't tell me we not who we are. Like I know who we are, you know what I'm saying? So, but you're right. But being in New York, people from, and like my family from Brooklyn, so people from Brooklyn, they very proud. So and a lot of other boroughs, you know what I'm saying? But seeing them, you wanted to be like them, you wanted to dress like them, and you mentioned the Wallabies. I think it is something in Staten Islanders that we are different. because we are a ferry ride away, we a bridge away from the other 4 boroughs. So we are a little different. We do things our own way a little bit. And I think that's where all that comes from, a lot of these different styles. And that's why I think now to this day, you look at like ASAP and you look at Beast Coast, and I feel like they kind of remade that Wu-Tang
vibe. That's
a
good point.
It's a super original vibe. And I think even to this day, we do things our own way a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, man. I love that. So definitely want to talk about Burgers and J's, right? Amazing, dope concept that you all got. I love it, man. Talk about just the creation of it. How it happened when it comes to, bringing that to reality. Right. Talk about the background of that.
Yeah, it's funny because when y'all mentioned the old head sneaker, or the older sneaker, like that was a little bit of how it started. Like, so back in 2020, obviously it's the COVID and all that, right? And although it was a tough year for a lot of people, I was actually having a pretty good year that year. And my birthday was coming up and I wanted to throw a party. And I'm feeling like it wasn't my Jordan year, but I was feeling like Jordan that year. I'm like, I'm winning. I'm doing good. So I wanted to celebrate. I wanted to celebrate and I wanted Jordan to be the theme. And I'm in the sneakers and all of that. So that was one part of it. I just wanted to throw a birthday party and that was the theme. But then another part about it was I remember around that time on social media, I saw like it was a girl. She said something like, oh, dudes are still wearing Jordans. Like that's for old head. That's not cool. Pretty much she was trying to say we wearing designer shoes and stuff like that now. And to me, I was like, this is my culture. Like it's what I grew up on. So it was also like wanting to represent, my culture and my era. You know what I'm saying? I came up in the 90s. So those are the two things. Like I'm a huge Jordan fan, as you see behind me. You know what I'm saying? And I love the actual sneaker and the era and the culture. I wanted to represent the 90s and the culture.
That's dope. That's dope right there, man. And look what it has become. Did you ever think, James and Rel, that this will just keep going, 6 years now and getting bigger and bigger? Did you ever think about that? Like, okay, you know what? When we created this, when we started this, did you ever think the feedback would be this great right now?
So let me I didn't start with him, right?
Yeah.
I went to one, what year we in? 2024. That was the first one I went to.
Okay.
Because my wife is from Staten Island. So this is the connection, right, between me and them, right? So she took me to the party. I had an amazing time. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, this shit is dope. And in my mind, I'm just thinking of ways like, nah, but this shit could be better if you did this. Like, just my ideas running. So at the end of the night, drunk as hell, I told him, I said, yo, I got some ideas, yo. We need to chop it up. So, whenever that, conversation happened, I was like, bro, I want to be a part of it. However you see fit, just help you, build it out, right? Because what you got here, because for me, it was, I see what you got here, right? You've been doing this 5 years at the time. It's big. Staten Island is going to come out and support you, right? But how do we make it bigger? How do we take it outside of Staten Island and get more eyes on it, right? Because this is what people need, right? Everybody's tired of the club. Nobody wants to go to the club anymore.
That's real.
Right? People are looking for dope theme events where people are going to come out and have fun and no one's going to be acting bougie or, a lot of parties are based on celebrity and all that shit. This shit was just a good time with, with a bunch of dope people. So, I seen the vision, right? So, I'm going to let him talk from the beginning to now, but I'm just telling you what I saw. And I was like, yo, if we do this shit right, we can take this shit to other places to pop it. And that's why, Houston came up. That was the first one. And now, this year we looking, to do more. But I'll let him tell you, how he felt from day one to now.
Right. I was gonna ask you to jump in and get, because I wanted to hear. We spoke about it a little bit, but I wanted to hear how you saw it. But for me, like, to be honest, I've always felt like it could be huge. That wasn't the motivation, like, right away. But it was like, I'm big on celebrating our culture, and I feel like it's a dope representation of it. Outside of just the partying aspect of it, I think I look at it almost like a time capsule thing, and I think we're gonna talk about later, but more things that we can add to it of like representing the culture in that time period, in that era. Even though Jordans are still relevant today, but it's a big part of my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? So that I feel like it could definitely go as big as. I mean, I don't want to put too much out there, but I think it could be.
For sure, and it's already taken off, right? It already impacted a lot of people. And when you think about like what you just mentioned, Jarrell, like a lot of people don't want to gloves. A lot of them want to do all that, right? Don't want to have to deal with all that, right? And especially another comment that you mentioned, James. You said the one girl said, "Hey, we rocking designer sneakers now, right? We ain't doing Jordans." It's like, hold on, we grew up. We grew up and fell in love with the passion, with the culture. This is something that we're going to keep rocking, you know what I'm saying, till we older, you know what I'm saying? 40s, 50s, or whatever. So it's no age limit on that. So that was really dope too.
Whoever that girl was, she got one pair of designers. Now we rocking
right. and I think she was younger at the time. And I'm like, I get it. If you don't get it, that's okay with me too. I get it. Because you wasn't there with us. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that too. I'm not hating, but you know, it's what it is. This for us.
These new motherfuckers, they fucked, man. Because now everything is, I want designer, oh man. I pray for these young boys growing up. They gonna shit.
Yo, that's real. And a lot of them joints is uncomfortable, dog. To be real with you, like
you rock it. One of them.
Every one of them is uncomfortable, and the quality ain't really that good. To be honest, when you think
they keep wearing them shit, they gonna need Hokas. They think they gonna be 21 wearing Hokas. I'm telling you.
I mean, that's a whole nother piece too. You saw TikTok with all the exposing of the designer brands. You know, that's another thing too. It's like, you know, Jordan did something amazing. I want to keep that alive. But also, hey, I'd rather spend $200 than $800, $900. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm actually wear them and be comfortable.
I'm actually wearing them. That's real. I'm actually wearing them. That's a good point as well with that. So James, talk about, you know, what made you all want to expand it to Houston? You know, you have that fan base, you have that home base in New York, you know, but what made you want to pick Houston out of all the different cities?
I got thoughts, but I'll pass that to Rel, because that was kind of Rel's idea. You can talk about that a little bit.
I think Houston picked us.
Right.
It was more so no bullshit. It was like when we was promoting the last one in New York, so many people that I know from different cities, because I do tours, right? So me being city to city, a lot of people follow me from doing the tours, and they'll hit me like, yo, you got to bring this here, or you got to bring this here, or you got to bring this here. And I'm just like, well, shit, what makes the most sense right now before what we trying to do? Well, we did it in October? Sometime.
It was like 3 weeks. Like 3, 4 weeks.
But it was still nice out, right? We couldn't do it somewhere, like we can't do Philly in October. I mean, I'm not going to nobody in the wintertime. So I think that was the first one of my homeboy hit me up first about it. So that's when I was like, all right, this is my homie, let's try it out, you know. And you know, the turnout could have been way better, but it was the first stop, right? So you know, it was more of a proof of concept. And now we could do that. Now we know exactly when we start going to other cities what to look for, what to do, and give ourselves more time to actually promote, right? We did that shit on the fly, like, oh, let's do this shit in a month.
We literally
time to promote. We didn't touch the people. I mean, for the amount of people that came out, it was a great turnout. But now we know moving forward, you know, to give ourselves, you know, it's like it's trial and error.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was just thinking back, like in my mind, you know what I'm saying? This is something that, you know, could go everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But
it really can go everywhere, and it's unique, it's different, right? And that's something that we're going to talk more about, that aspect as well. But I want to mention something about Houston, like something that I really love about Houston, and it's something that I visited there multiple times, but also I was doing some research, right? It was like a statistic that came out a couple of years ago where they one of the top cities in the world that buy Jordans. Like they are like one of the top cities, if not, I think they was number one at one time, if I'm not mistaken. But have you seen like a different energy or different reception of Houston compared to New York when y'all have thrown the Burgers and Jay's event?
Well, Houston has a crazy energy just in general. I don't know about the sneaker thing. When we talked about that, I was like, I didn't know that, and I wouldn't have thought that either. But I didn't see that specifically. But Houston in general was just super live.
And I think that's hard to compare. You can't compare home to United States, right? I don't think nobody's energy is ever going to touch what happens at home. That's where we're from. We know fucking 10,000 people at home. Right. So going to new cities, Houston was very welcoming for sure. I mean, we had a great time outside of the event. We just had an amazing time. We went out there, had fun. We met dope people. So now, if we decide to bring it back to Houston, we know for sure we'll get a better turnout. But I would not compare the energy of, because New York different. Like niggas' moms be at Burgers and J's, so it's different. Our families alone could fucking pack out Burgers and J's. So
that's dope. That's dope. The support at home base is everything, right? You got to have that first. You got to lock that down first before you take over the world, right? So that's definitely dope. And I could definitely see that and understand that aspect.
Not to cut you off, but half of the people that was at the party in Houston flew in from home.
That's a good point.
Damn. That's dope.
Well, we was in Houston. We had people fly from New York. I feel like Atlanta. LA. So we know that we got people that's going to come out and support no matter where they're from because they believe in the brand of Burgers and J's.
But you know what? And speak a little more about that, Rel, because I think we see it like in music, we see it in all different types of professions now. They feel like you need the 1 million followers, right? Or the 1 million people. And a lot of people who have 1 million followers, half of those followers don't even support their brand, to be honest. So you only need a huge amount of people, just them loyal people that's going to be with you from day one, basically. Whatever event, whatever you do, merch, they're going to buy and support, right? Speak about just building that.
Think about it like this, right?
Building that.
Just from a financial point, right? When you think about music, right? You think about anything. If you have a fan base of 1,000 people that would spend $100 with you a year, we know the math on that, right? It's not bad at all. But people think that they need 1 million people to spend $1. It's like you're never gonna get that, right? Honestly, I'd rather do a party where we got 300 to 500 people and they're repeat customers.
Right.
500 people at every event. Of course, there's gonna be some new people coming out, but I wouldn't even want to do a party that got it's too 50 to do that. Hell no, it's too much. You gotta think about it. It's us, right? It's not like we got a fucking full staff or all this stuff. It's mostly him, by the way, because he don't like to let nobody else do nothing. So imagine him trying to handle everything on his own. Now he got to worry about, we got 1,000 tables, so we got to make sure we got, it's all funded, it's not funded by anybody. So you got to make sure you have everything and it's a lot. So I'd rather the repeat customer than everyone, because like you said, I got to think it was a group back in the day that went crazy on YouTube. They had like tens of millions of views on YouTube. A label got hyped up, signed them, they flopped, but they signed them because they thought that they could make. They was doing like covers, I believe. It was a couple, a white girl and a white guy. I can't remember their name, but they had all these views, and then they got signed for big money and never did anything. It's like because y'all just see the views and all of that, but when it comes to people spending their money, they're not going to buy them CDs.
They're not at all. They're not. And it goes back to those grassroots marketing. And I see a lot of that coming back in the fold right now when it comes to music. We're seeing it with the clips. We see it in fashion as well. Shout out to J Tips, with Saucony. We see a lot of that grassroots marketing coming back in the fold as well. And like you mentioned, Rel, like you don't need those 1 million followers to live successfully, for your brand to really be successful as well, right? So I think that's like a huge misconception that a lot of people think, I need this, I need these millions. No, you really don't, right? You have that loyal fan base that's going to support you. And that's what you all doing right now. Like you mentioned, that first event in Houston, you have people from Atlanta that's been with y'all, right? From day one, people from New York, coming down and flying. So that's really dope. I think that's really important, especially for any young business entrepreneur that's trying to build something right now. So Yeah, I love that you all mentioned that.
Yeah, I think that's important. And I think even the experience is different. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I go out, I've been throwing parties for a long time and I go to a lot of parties and the experience is different between when I don't want to say any names, but there's big events that I was going when they first started. And when they get to that 3,000, it's a different experience as well. It doesn't feel as homely. It doesn't feel as connected to those original people that were supporting. So I kind of agree with Rel. I mean, the thing about it is when people love you and they're gonna talk about you and other people want to come, it gets bigger and bigger. And you know, we are gonna have to get some more help because it's getting bigger and bigger.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing though. That's definitely good, right? I know you all mentioned like other cities, right? Testing the market as well. Is it any cities that's on that list right now that you think about expanding to?
Yeah, we about to add yours. Where you from?
Nashville. Come to Nashville for real. Rel and James, come to Nashville.
I love Nashville, by the way. I love Nashville.
Nashville.
Never been, but I want to go.
Y'all gotta come down. That gotta be the next event. For real.
You just signed the agreement. We coming to Nashville.
That's a bet. Y'all hear it? Y'all heard it first, y'all. We bringing Burgers and Jays to Nashville. You already know. No, Nashville will be dope for that because it's a growing market more than ever, especially starting the pandemic. A lot of people from LA, even from Texas and other areas moved to Nashville because Nashville basically was still open during the damn pandemic, really, right? And not only that, the cost of living was so cheaper than other areas as well. So stuff just started growing and growing. They started building. The city got a lot of bread. They putting everything up. Amazon came down. So it's a huge market now. I will say this: it's a growing market when it comes to sneakers. Like it's a lot of more boutiques, stores out here as well right now when it comes to sneakers. So just throwing that out there. So you got a lot of dope joints out here from Fat Cows, which is a legendary staple out here. You have Stay Rooted, Music City Vintage. So it's a lot of dope stuff. Like Nashville, that's gonna be perfect. Hey, I'm down with that. Yeah. For real.
Hey, you know Black Rob out there?
Black Rob, I know of Black Rob. Don't know him, but I know he owns Minerva. That was here. It burned down, but he owned The Weeknd in the past. He owned a lot of dope stuff. Yeah, Black Rob
that's my guy.
Yeah, Black Rob is dope, man. He's a huge staple of the city. Like when it comes to just our culture, the Black culture, Black Rob is legendary. Like I respect him to the highest level. Like he's be doing a lot of dope stuff and also funding a lot of that just out of his own bread, really. You know what I'm saying? So independent. I mean, yeah, like he been fighting for. I know they actually have some issues going on in Nashville.
Yeah, I just seen he was talking to like the city council with some shit the other day.
Yeah, for the zoning. They trying to shut out Black businesses, and he's on the forefront. So Black Rob is definitely a pillar in the community. So yeah, that'll be dope. That'll be dope, y'all. Like for real. That'll be dope.
We on a world tour. Me and my man.
It's a bunch. So I mean, you know, we're gonna add Nashville, but yeah, we was talking to people from Atlanta, people from Chicago hit me up, Miami. Okay. Somebody just hit me up the other day from Vegas. So yeah, it's just figuring out the routing and getting the shit done to see what makes the most sense.
Yeah, I love that. And when it comes to traveling, right? Because I feel like that's how you could get your name out, right? When it comes to travel nature. Let's talk about it because you all have that's so important and why tours to travel and get your brand out there.
I feel like, you know what I mean, specifically, I'm gonna let Rel speak after this because I don't feel like this is more in his wheelhouse what he does every day. But I think I'm an artist too, and the way I approach it too is like you said, getting your name out there and touching the people. I think, and especially nowadays where you mentioned it earlier, people see what's going on social media, and I don't think they recognize that that's not the real world all the time. Everything you see on social media is not what's actually happening in the street. And I think you also can have a bigger impact when you touch people, when people get to meet you. And not saying you can't meet over the internet, but it's a different vibe when you touch the people, you get to know the people. So for me, I'd look at it just like an artist going on tour to perform they song, right? It's like we're gonna bring this here, touch the people, see how they feel about it, and just keep building like that.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is for me too, right? I'm a people person, right? I don't like the whole concept of talking to people on the internet and all that marketing and all that. I hate that shit. I mean, I know you got to do it. I know you got to do it, but my
That's
thing
true.
is more so getting in front of the people, because I feel like once we get in front of the people and they see the product we have, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit!" Like, it was even people at the party in Houston that didn't know
Right.
it was a party. They thought they was just going to that spot on a regular Saturday, and then they seen what we was doing. It was like, "Oh shit, this dope as hell."
Yeah.
So, I think that's the energy that we bring, right? We make sure everybody good. We make sure we speak to everybody. We make sure everybody having a good time, right? For me, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can speak for James too. It's not about the money, right? I mean, it's great to make the money, right? But that's not the driver, right? We're not doing this like, oh, nigga, we about to make $100 grand if we do this party. I think it's more so, his love for Jordans and the culture, and then us just wanting to fucking have fun and meet new people. That's literally why I do it.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's it. And I'll piggyback on that and say you can't you can't tell if something's real unless you see it in person or touch it in person. And I think that is the difference too. Just like what Ralph's saying, like when you experience it, you'll see that it's not just a party for the money or a party to pop bottles. It's a good time, and everybody's there for similar reasons, which is to have a great time, and they love the culture. And now you're meeting like-minded people as well. As well as having a good time, you're meeting like-minded people as well. So I think sometimes when you put the real next to something that just looks cool on the internet, you can see the difference when you get in person.
It's something that you all just mentioned, like James, you mentioned like a lot of people perception think social media is reality. Like that's not the case at all, right? That's not real life. So it's something that you mentioned as well, real, like you all started this because, like James, you got a passion for Jordans, you got a passion for the culture, right? And this is something that you all like to do to meet new people, network, connect, and also have fun at the end of the day. And that's what's going to make it a long-term success, right? Because a lot of people just do stuff just to make a quick flip or whatever, but there's so many ways you can make money, but this is like a passion. So I love that you all mentioned that, because I think a lot of people get so quick and caught up, like, oh, I need to make this dollar, I need to make that dollar. But that's how you become like just an overnight success in that long-term success, right? So I love what you all mentioned. Those some gems right there. And I want to segue and talk about, right, because when you started this, James, right, you could have created like a sneaker expo, a sneaker convention, right? That's what we usually see, right? Those type of events, trade and sale or something like that, right? But you added the food component, burgers, right? And like a party, like a lifestyle to go along with that. So speak about when it comes to being creative, because you are artists, like you mentioned, right? And when you two start, collaborating and trying to expand it, talk about how important it is to push the envelope and stay creative, because this is something that I've never seen before, right? And this is dope. So talk about that aspect, like keep pushing the envelope, keep pushing the boundaries and staying creative in this space.
Yeah. I mean, I think even when you said the word creative, I was thinking to myself, like, it was creative, I guess, in the sense that we had never seen it. But for me, it was just being true to myself, because I feel like even with the sneaker expo, the buy and sell thing, like I don't consider myself a sneakerhead in that sense. Like I've never really been in that world specifically. It's like, hey, and in a way, this was kind of not against that, but a different way of celebrating the culture. Right, where sneakers I buy, I'm wearing them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sell them. I'm not about to hold on to them. But like you said, I'm an artist, so I'm always trying to do something different. So like Rel mentioned, the club scene was like, I don't really want to do that. This type of party, I don't really want to do that. How can we do something different? You know what I'm saying? I mentioned it earlier in the conversation. Like I'm always looking to do something different, you know what I'm saying? So that's always a big part of it. We got tons of ideas that we can bring to the event to make it bigger, make it better, new experiences. But ultimately, it's really just staying true to myself. And I think if you stay true to yourself, like there's only one you know what I'm saying? So in a way, you'll be creative. By creating the stuff that you love, you're going to be creative. And that's kind of how I look at it. I don't overthink it. I kind of just do what I love.
That's real. That's real right there. And it's something that you mentioned is like, if you do something that you love, you're going to keep that passion for it. You're going to stay creative. Like you're gonna stay thinking about ideas, right? And like you mentioned, don't overdo it. And I think a lot of times a lot of people overdo it when it comes to that aspect, right? So, right now in the sneaker industry, it's $1 billion industry now. You got people who wasn't into sneakers, years ago, now they into sneakers. We see the high-end companies, right, creating sneakers now and collaborating with Jordans and stuff of that nature. How do you feel about like just the state of the sneaker culture right now? Because I know some people saying the sneaker game was dead last year. I seen it on social media and sneaker resale and all that stuff. Like, how do you feel about it right now? And what do you see just, your brand in the midst of all of this right now? Because you got social media, which plays a huge part with it as well right now. How do you feel about that as of right now being more commercialized more than ever?
Man, one thing is like, I don't know how sneaker culture could be dead if Burgers and Jays is lit. I'll tell you that. I was thinking about that. I'm like, and not for, I mean, I think because I actually saw something about that on the social media today. I think it was like how sneakers are staying in stores longer. And for me, I was like, that's a good thing. I'm like, I kind of stopped buying or getting all the things I wanted because I didn't want to pay the resale price, or I didn't want to wait, online. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, I kind of just feel like sneaker culture can't be dead because it's a part of who we are. But I think maybe that whole culture of the reseller and maybe that process is dying. And I can't speak to that as much. Like I said, that's not my world specifically.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that I can go buy the sneakers that I want and then wear them. You know what I'm saying? And then even for Burgers and Jays, like I got people, I haven't had it yet, so I'm not gonna lie. But I'm sure in the next couple of weeks, somebody gonna hit me and say, "Yo, these just came out. I'm getting these ready for Burgers and Jays." So, and that people hit me throughout the year. Though. I just bought these. I just copied these. I'm wearing these Burgers and Jays this year. So, the sneaker culture can never be dead because it's our culture. As long as we here, it can't die. What you think, though, bro? I want to hear what you think about.
Yeah, I don't think about this shit honestly.
It's a crazy concept.
Yeah, I honestly don't. I don't think about that. My whole thing is I be seeing like expos and shit on like Instagram and stuff, and I'm like, this nigga just spent $10,000 on these fucking sneakers.
Crazy.
Like I be just looking at like that shit's weird to me. First of all, I'm not spending $10,000 on a pair of sneakers, and then you not gonna wear them. I'm gonna wear them shits every day if them shits like $10,000.
Every day.
I mean, I don't really focus on that.
Yeah. Not at all.
Yeah, I agree with that.
In a way, like I said, I feel like Burgers and Jays is kind of what it is because of that. Right? There's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I'm wearing my kicks." Like, I don't even understand buying them and not wearing them. Like, and like I said, just to give you feedback, like background on me, like I said, like I wanted to wear Jordans as a kid because I wanted to play like Mike. You know what I'm saying? And then I wanted to be like the rappers. So I'm wearing, this is part of who I am. I'm not buying it to say I got it. To me, like bro said, like it's kind of strange to me. I don't get it, to be honest.
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of people like Burgers and Jays too, because they probably got caught up in that the girl saying we don't wear that, we wear designer. So them niggas was like, damn, I can't even wear my Jordans no more. Now they like, oh, I can get my shit off now if I go to this party.
That's real.
Because the same way somebody said that, in the comments, somebody else might read that and be like, damn, I gotta wear these to get a bitch now. It's like the chick not gonna look at me if I got on Jordans. So I feel like now they feel like, oh nah, I can get these off. I ain't wear these in a minute. Now I know everybody at this party gonna have on Jordan.
Right.
It's basically building a community.
Yeah.
Like I just seen something the other day.
Yeah, building the community.
They be having events with I saw this shit the other day. Somebody like, I'm going to the tallest people event. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? It was nothing but fucking tall ass women. Seriously. The event was literally for tall people. You had women 6'10", dudes 7'5", and I'm just like, oh shit, I'm 6'5". I could go to this party.
I was about to say that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But you know what you mentioned, Rel, is really dope though, because it is community. It brings people from all different walks of life, right? It's like a hidden language when it comes to Jordans, right? When you think about that, I mean, one of the biggest athletes ever when it comes to marketing, when it comes to the fashion, So, and people have a good time on top of that, right? On top of that, and be comfortable. Because sometimes some establishments you can't even go in there with Jordans. Right. And it's like, damn, I got to wear these damn hard bottoms and shit. Like,
and not to cut you off, but like that's another part of this. It's like this is what we wear. So I also want to do something where people felt comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like wearing what they want to wear. And on top of that, there's so many pairs of Jordans. Like the fashion piece of this is a whole nother thing where like there's, I mean, like wearable to me, like that are hot, Jordans go up to 18, and then they got crazy colorways. So the you know, it's just so much you can do with the actual fashion of it as well too, is what I love. Like I love every year I'm looking through pictures and I'm looking at all the different kicks, and it's bringing me back to memories of when those came out or when those came out. So you know, it's just a lot that goes into it for me, as far as just seeing the actual sneakers and
seeing the extra sneaker, and not only that, the actual sneaker, right? But it influenced the items on the menu. Like talk about the food items on the menu for Burgers and J's as well, because that's dope as well. When I was seeing the names, like so when y'all create that, talk about that creation process.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all just branding, right? It's all, and also, you know, when we are partnering with, you know, local brands and local food people and things like that to make, you know, specialty items and stuff like that. It's just, you know, keeping the brands together and then tying in the vibe, tying in the culture, tying in the nostalgia of it. You know what I'm saying? Just to make it a whole experience. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, there's just so much more that we can bring to it just to make it even.
Yeah, and I think that what makes it dope is the people that we partner with, whether it's a food vendor or not, they buy into it as well, right?
Right.
The food menu in Houston, that was solely made up by the guy that made the food.
Right.
Without a conversation. All we did was tell him, I did was tell him what we was doing, and then he sent me a menu, and he had all of the names. He came up with all that stuff.
Damn, that's dope. Damn.
Like no directions or nothing. He was just like, yo, here go the menu. And then I looked at it. He had all the names and he named everything and came up with everything.
And it was fire. And it was delicious. It was fire.
Yeah. On top of that, you could get fresh and have something to eat good at too.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
That's important. That's like I don't think people recognize how important it is when you drinking. And you could get a fire burger and you know what I'm saying? The food is hitting. Like, nah, it's it for real.
Because it's a lot of spots you go to, late night spots or events, the food don't be hitting like that. You like this some bull, like you know what I'm saying? So that's I love that. I love how you
make it better, right?
Together.
It's a day party, right? So you can even go have fun and then still get home at a decent time. To possibly go to the club if you want to do. I mean, if you go to the club after that, it's a little dangerous, but you know, depending on how much you partake in the festivities. But it gives you time, right? You ain't got to worry like, damn, I got home at 4:00 in the morning. Like, if you get home at 4:00 in the morning, that's because you wanted to.
You wanted to, right? You're right. And one thing that you mentioned, it's a daytime event. You know, as I get older, those events I love to go to, right? Like you say, I could always get in. I don't got to get in late at night. I could take my nap, rest, you know, be rejuvenated the next morning. You know what I'm saying? Like those are dope events right there. So I love that aspect that you mentioned as well, Rel. Like it is a day party, so that's really dope. So before we do end it, right? What's your top 5 Jordans of all time? If you have a top 5 Jordans, what would it be, James and Rel? I know Rel. I know you Air Force. I know
I got
the top 5.
No, I don't. Ones is my favorite Jordan.
The ones is
ones, threes. See, I don't even know numbers. That's the crazy part. ones, threes. What is it? 4s.
The 4s is crazy.
Yeah.
1, 3, 4. 11s.
11s can't go wrong. That 11.
Concords and all of them.
Concord.
Brittany over here telling me shit to say. I think 11s is her favorite. That's why she made me say it.
11s is crazy.
Is it 5s? What's 5s?
5s like the big with the Will Smith joints, like
the grapes, like the Fresh Prince. Yeah, the Fresh Prince joints.
Not those. I don't know. Yeah, let's just say 5. Let's just say 1s, 3s, 4s, 5. And 10. Oh no,
that's 11. That's a crazy list though, Rel. That is a crazy list.
I'm like the most. I just see shit and be like, those are the only ones I really know is 1s and 3s.
Yeah.
Which is those are hustler.
I'm like a
joints.
fake. I got every sneaker, but I don't like this nigga could probably tell you the first day the fucking patent leather ones came out. I can't give y'all that information. I don't even know the name. They be like, yo, you got the shattered backboards. I was like, the fuck is that? I'm like, oh, you got these black. I'm talking about, oh, you mean the black and orange ones? That's what I mean.
Yeah, black and orange
I know the shit had names.
Right. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, for me, it's gonna be a lot of stuff that I didn't have, but I mean, the infrared 6s to me is like the best Jordan. I mean, I'm talking about like OG though, because the new red I don't love so much, but the OG infrared 6s, I would probably say Bread 4s I love. I got some weird picks. Lightning 17s I love. I love yellow in general.
They're an underrated sneaker, James.
Very underrated. And like I said before,
as I go to Google.
and like I said before, I like doing other stuff. So I like 14s too. I mean 15s. I'm sorry. And I heard there's some 15s coming out in 2026, so I'm excited for that.
I love the Carolina 15, James. The Carolina 15 was crazy.
Heavy. So I mean, I would say one, but that, I mean, Rel said those, and everybody loves ones. So I'll throw in. I will throw in. I'll throw in 2s. Class 2s and 2s. I love that 2s now are getting love, but there was a time when 2s wasn't getting love, and I wore them to the second Burgers and J's, and nobody had them ones before they came back out with the OGs. And then after I wore them, everything started coming back out.
Yo, that's so real, James. The 2s didn't get no love, and that was crazy. I've always been a fan of 2s. Always.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a pair of those.
You got a pair of that?
So I want to say that too about the event. Just a little plug. That's the beauty of the event too, because if you into sneakers, other people they're gonna understand what you got on.
Yeah, good point.
Like I said, I'm wearing the 2s. I had an old pair of 2s before they came back out, and people are like, "Oh shoot, where'd you get those from?" So if you wearing them and they're not even in style right now or in season, they didn't retro yet, people are gonna recognize them. So I love that too. Like if people are gonna understand what you're doing.
Yep. And you know what, James? People might pull out a joint that maybe people is not up on, like the 15s, for example. You pull up with some 15s, I have to be like, hold on.
No, you
got the 15s.
You are winning. You winning.
You winning.
You're winning.
Yeah, you win. Right? Because
people.
There's a lot of.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I said a lot of people's not gonna have that pair. They might have the 1s, they'll have the 3s, the 4s, the 11s, right? But the 15s, I see a crazy pair of 15s. Hold on, or 16s, like.
Listen, I be having hour-long conversations with people like, yo, you think I could wear these? I want to wear these, but I feel like everybody's gonna have these, so I want to wear something different. Like people put a lot of thought into it, and you know that's the love people have for it. So you know it's great.
And that's so funny, right? You think that way, right? You think you're about to pull out some shit ain't nobody gonna have, because you think like now everybody gonna have those on. You pull out some shit and you wear them, and now people got the shit that you got on. Every Burgers and J's I went to, I said that in my mind.
Really?
Everyone I've been to, somebody had on the fucking sneakers I had on.
Really? Oh, damn.
First it was Bryce.
Yeah.
At the one in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then the one in Houston, when I had the lime green ones on, one of the girls had them on, the little light skinned girl.
Oh, okay. Yes. What about the first one though? The first one on the island.
I had on 3s. I had on the black, brown, and orange 3s. Ain't nobody
I don't know if anybody had those on. My brother had those on a year prior though, but that might be good.
Yeah, I don't think nobody had them on that year.
Orange 3s.
They all black.
That lets you know the event is dope and successful. That dog into it though.
No, for real.
That would make it dope. That would make it dope.
What'd you say, bro?
Yo, they really do.
The girls be having the better Jordans. I was looking around like, damn.
They do. They do.
Those on her feet.
I'm glad you said that. We didn't talk about that. The ladies be showing out.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought that up, bro. No, you're right. You're right. And I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a sneaker. I love sneakers. So when I go back through the pictures, I just be looking like, yo, everybody is so fly. This is the flyest party. It's crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
Everybody, you don't gotta have on Gucci and Louis, and just come and be creative. Bring your style. Bring your flavor.
Right, because James, that nigga don't know what a shirt is.
hold on, Jay. Don't tell me you like Jay.
That nigga be outside with his nipples out at every party.
Nah.
Hold on, Jay. You like J.R. Smith when they won the chip when he went around.
Like that nigga be out there looking like Casey and JoJo.
Listen, we gotta celebrate. It's Jordan vibes. We want to chip, and the party be lit. It be getting hot. Sometimes we be dancing. It's not one of them parties you going to just stand on the wall. We be having a good time, so it get hot.
You definitely sweating some shit out.
Yeah. It's a wrap. He said it's a wrap.
For sure.
He said it's a wrap with that dog. Yo, man. I just want to say thank you, James. Thank you, Rel, for coming on the platform, man. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you for everything, dog. Love what you all doing, man. Just let the people know where they could follow you all at on social media and stuff like that, man. And if it's any other stuff that you all working on that you want to plug in before you go.
Right. I mean, the Burgers and Jays page at Burgers and Jays A&D Jays. My personal page, I am James Rich. But yeah, just follow Burgers and Jays, you know what I'm saying? And just tap in with us for sure.
Yeah, they can follow me at Rel Carter, 1L, REL Carter. Or not. You don't gotta follow me, but
right. I was thinking the same thing. Okay. If you want to, go ahead.
If you're feeling generous, if you're feeling nice.
You know what I mean?
On your own discretion.
Exactly. After we just spoke about, social media is not real.
Yo, man, thank y'all once again. I love what you all doing, man. Burgers and Jays is dope, man. Keep it up, man. Can't wait for the next event, man. You know what I'm saying? When y'all come to Nashville,
I'm dead ass. I'm a DM you and get your number.
Yeah,
we're gonna chop it up.
Let's do it, man. Nashville, hey, I heard it first. James and Rel coming. They bringing the Burgers and Jays,
and we bringing the whole New York.
Yeah, everybody saying New York is coming. We coming.
New York is coming. The whole NY. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for real, man. I love that. For real. I also, I'm a Knicks fan. Just throwing that out there. That's like my favorite team.
That's his team.
I'm a Knicks fan.
We're not gonna talk about Rel, but I'm a diehard Knicks fan. So yeah.
Okay. So Rel said that's James.
That's that guy. That's his team.
Hey man. Hopefully they get to the finals. I don't know, man. We'll see. They need to get that trade for Giannis. I'm just saying, man. I don't know how they're going.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I'm just happy we're not as bad as we used to be.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point, man. Thank y'all again. Thanks to everyone supporting. Peace and love.
No, I appreciate you.
Thank you. Peace.